Hey guys, welcome back. Now, so crypto was having a great start to the year until the Trump tariffs suddenly scared the markets, and now we have a potential trade war with China. And so the question is, what is going on? Is this bull market over before it's even started? And what is coming next? And so in this video, we'll be covering the latest price action to see what is going on. Then what does seasonality and the 4-year cycle say about what may be coming next? And then we'll finish with the biggest developments of the past couple of weeks. And again, there's been some big ones. Okay, so first up, with a flurry of executive orders coming out from Trump, let's take a look at the latest price action and see what is going on. So we are jumping in, getting started with the Bitcoin chart on the daily, and the question is, what the hell is going on? It seems incredibly volatile and a crazy situation with the Trump tariffs, with trading wars, a couple of hundred executive orders coming out from Trump, and you can see the market looks devastated. Certainly a downward trend, lots of red, and flush outs going quite low. Well, for me, whenever you zoom in, you don't really get the true picture of what is going on. So when things get crazy, when in doubt, zoom out. So if we just take this back a little bit, we're still looking at the daily, but after this massive move up here, what do we see? Well, if we just grab this, and this is something we have already talked about, going back since the middle of November, you can see a lot of touch points going through here. And we're basically just in this channel. Now we can take it to the tips or to more of the touches, but the point is the same. When it comes to Bitcoin, it's basically just going up and down in this channel. The big breakouts aren't confirming, the big breakdowns are not confirming. So actually, this is a more truer picture of what is going on. And we're sitting around this 96, which is very close to the middle. So unless something big happens, we're still in this trading range. Yet with the tariffs and the trade wars, we feel like this is a once in a 4-year period. This hasn't happened before. However, if we continue to zoom out, you're going to see the big picture. So let's just do this as an exercise. So zooming out a bit more, and what can we do? We can grab another one about here to about here, and lo and behold, has this happened before? Well, there's another one. Continuing to zoom out, what do we see? Well, let's just stick one here and stick one here, and lo and behold, there's another one there. Continuing to zoom out, what do we see? Well, we can probably stick another one here, stick another one round about here, and what do we see? And again, we can probably stick one here, stick one here, and what do we see? Now, by zooming out, this is when we get to see the true picture. So what feels like something that has never happened before, it's just playing out again and again and again and again. We get this big breakout and then sideways consolidation in a big channel, until ultimately another big breakout. This one was very long sideways consolidation until we get to the point where another big breakout. This one was rising into another sideways channel until the ultimate breakout. This one was a very long sideways channel until ultimately the next big breakout. So after seeing all this, what do you think is going to happen after this long sideways consolidation? And probabilities say that in a bull market, it's only a matter of time until the next big breakout, because all of the economic tailwinds are now for crypto. We've got a super pro president, a crypto czar. Banks are going to be able to custody Bitcoin. The US states are going to be holding Bitcoin. There's going to be so many huge things coming this year. And so all of this fear that you're feeling right now has just been happening again and again and again. And the tariffs and the China trade wars, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't look any different to what's come before. So essentially, in this entire video, this is all you need to know. This is nothing new, and chances are we do this until the next leg higher. So if you want to be in crypto and you want to get the enormous gains and outperform everything else, you're going to need patience and you're going to need to be able to stomach volatility. Those are the two things needed if you want massive gains. Some amazing, incredible things are going on in the US right now, and I think it's all going to come good in the end. Now, honestly, not that we need to look at seasonality, because I really think the last chart pretty much tells you everything you need to know, but let's just do it for a different viewpoint. At a snapshot, Q1 so far, so January and a bit of Feb, not great for Bitcoin, but Ethereum down almost 20%. So let's just dig in. So if we break it down by month, then actually January was on a whole a very good month for crypto, and it's February, it's these tariffs launched by Trump which has rocked the market. So this has only just happened and it needs a bit of time to come through. Now, as most of my money now is in Solana, nice to see what's going on here, and January was actually an amazing month, outperforming Bitcoin up 20%, but again, it's February that's really rocking the markets, down 15%. And poor old Ethereum just can't seem to catch a bid. It actually had a negative January and a bad February. And I think consensus and the highest probability is because of QT. Until the Fed changes course and we go into QE, and what do they need to see? They need to see inflation coming down. When is inflation going to come down? When the amazing work by Elon Musk ripping out government spending, all the fraud, all the corruption. This is going to really help bring inflation down, which means the Fed can do what they need to do, which is lower rates and begin QE. So it is all coming. Again, we just have to be patient. Now, zooming out to the big picture, looking at the 4-year cycle, and as you can see, each cycle is a little bit different. Each one has little booms and little drops at different periods. Sometimes they align, but we're moving into the end game of the last 9 months, but there still is quite a lot of time. If it's going to be peaking out October, I think it's now being pushed into November. We've got a lot of time just to get to this 10 to 15x, which is what I think it's going to be topping out at. So still a lot of time to play for. This would suggest that around this time, there's going to be a nice big move to the upside, topping out end of March. So this can literally happen at any time. Could this go on for another week, another 2 weeks? It could, but this to me says that we're due the next big run, then probably some kind of big healthy pullback, and then into the final stretch, into the later part of the year. And I think with everything going on in the US, we're going to see massive moves towards the later part of this year. So again, you need patience and you need to be able to stomach volatility. Now, let's move on to the final part of the video, the biggest developments. And remember, this is pretty much just in the last week. We have the Czech National Bank. The governor has proposed a Bitcoin reserve plan. This seems to be the big trend right now. Great to see coming out of Europe. We have Coinbase expanding, so they're gaining approval to expand their offering in Argentina, and then most recently, finally getting registered with the UK FCA. This is kind of like the UK's SEC to become a registered crypto service provider. So Coinbase expanding around the world. This is great to see. In the latest Fed meeting, he even said a few sentences saying that banks are ready to get into crypto. So Jerome Powell being very bullish on crypto, coming from the Fed, great to see. In Indiana, a new crypto bill allowing for the Bitcoin ETFs to be used in pension funds, amazing to see. This is the huge trend coming from the US, and now a total of 14 different states trying to get a Bitcoin bill passed. So not only will we probably see a US strategic Bitcoin reserve, it's also going to be done on the individual state as well. And this is game theory playing out right here, and this is going to have a knock-on effect around the world. And if we see the Derby, which states have submitted, they've all gone to public endorsement, they've all gone through bill introduced, most have had committee approval, with now 2 going into the House and Senate from Arizona and Utah. So it looks like one of these is going to be the first state to have a Bitcoin strategic reserve. So this is huge news, and more is coming. A tidal wave is coming to the crypto market. This is what is going on in the background while everyone is crazy fearful right now. We have Elon Musk saying that he wants to put the US Treasury system, billions and billions and billions of dollars and transactions, onto a blockchain. This is amazing. And the big question is, which blockchain do you think is going on inside Musk's head? If I was a betting man, I would say it probably has something to do with DOGE. I wouldn't be surprised for ultimate shits and giggles he would try and put the US Treasury on the Dogecoin blockchain. And if that were to happen, you have to admit that is pretty damn funny, as long as it can do the job. If it makes the Treasury super quick, super transparent, and it does what it needs to do, then all is good. However, if this turns out to be something like Ethereum or something like Solana, then expect whichever blockchain is chosen to literally go to the moon. However, it's gonna be good for the entire industry. We have New Mexico Bitcoin Reserve Bill to allow New Mexico to invest 5% of the public funds into Bitcoin. We have BlackRock expanding, launching a Bitcoin ETP, an exchange-traded product in Europe. Now, this is annoying because the UK actually came out of Europe, so people in the UK, I don't think, are going to get access to this. So we really want to see a nice BlackRock ETF for the UK as well, but this is great to see. And then finally, Trump Media has partnered with Charles Schwab to expand their crypto financial services offering through TruthFi. And what's interesting is that they've just filed for a whole bunch of up-and-coming ETFs. TruthFi Bitcoin Plus. In fact, these were the trademarks. You've got TruthFi Made in America ETF, TruthFi US Energy Independence ETF, and TruthFi Bitcoin Plus ETF. So this is also crazy to see, the fact you have the US president, his company brand, able to offer products in the crypto market. Obviously, it's going to be great for crypto. However, people complain about Nancy Pelosi having insider information. Should Trump really be launching these products when he's the president? That is a bit of a big question mark. However, it's still massive for the market. So as you can see, it's all happening, it's all coming. It's only a matter of time, in my opinion, until one of these things hits, we get the next leg up. But for right now, the two big words from this entire video is patience and you have to stomach volatility for the massive gains. So, crypto was having a good start to the year until the Trump tariffs have rocked the market. Bitcoin is still swinging between its trading range that it's had now for over 2 months. It appears Ethereum won't stop the bleeding until QT ends by the Fed, and I think in hindsight this will be one of the times where it turns out to be an amazing buying opportunity, but at the time everyone's too scared to buy. The 4-year cycle suggests that the next big move should be hitting at any time, as on the flip side there continues to be a whole flurry of amazing developments from all around the world, and the tailwinds are still for crypto. And so, ultimately, my opinion, I do think massive moves are coming, but we just need more time for things to go through. So, there you are, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Now, tell me, are you feeling bullish or bearish right now? Let me know below. Also, if you've got any burning questions, simply use super thanks below. However, just remember, to get rid of 100% of the comment spam and trading bots that plague YouTube comments, we are trying out the new SuperThanks Commenting system. So to get your question or comment read and replied to, or just to say thanks, then use super thanks below. And for now, just to say, if you did enjoy anything in the video, then drop a like, and a big thank you to everyone who does, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.